Hello and welcome to the Eldritch Adventures of the Wystery Wachine once more. Last time we left our erstwhile investigators, they were engaging in some very wacky behaviour in a summer camp. Would someone like to fill in our audience of nobody as to what has recently occurred and where you currently are and what you're about to do? And I apologise, there is an advert that is playing on my Twitch while I check everything is working. How annoying.
So what happened was that we phoned a number that we received at the end of our last investigation, and we made contact with a cell group called Cell D, made up of 4 individuals. This is a clandestine group that operates outside of the normal bounds of legality in the world and is set up to protect human civilization from crazy mythos creatures. And they have been rumbled and possibly all of them dead, and we have been sent on the trail of the surviving but missing member to Camp Excellent. And there is a creepy old woman, and she was really friendly but creepy, and that's it. And there was a creepy entertainment center where we saw almost like a glimpse of the past.
It's Camp Fantastic, by the way. But other than that, very good summary. Camp Excellent. That makes it sound like some sort of shitty American base, doesn't it?
I was going to say Camp Pleasant, but I knew it wasn't Camp Pleasant, so I settled on Excellent.
Camp Fantastic. We're at Camp Fantastic.
You've got to remember the exclamation point.
Absolutely. Oh, okay, and our next step was we were going to set up an elaborate heist to look in the ledger book of the Welcome Center.
I thought, had we not decided that was maybe a bit of a fool's errand because he's not going to be under the correct name anyway?
Or even staying at Camp Fantastic.
Well, I thought what we had decided to do was to go into town and see if we could sort of like hit up a library or a newspaper, which seemed to work really well for us in all of our previous adventures, and like find the trailhead that he was following so we could kind of follow him down it.
Not a terrible idea.
I think we should leave some sort of signal for him. Which one is it? Is it David?
I think it was David, yeah.
We're looking for David. No, Daniel.
It's Daniel, you're correct.
Yeah, the suspected private investigator. So if I am correct, he's going to be staying in some sort of noir hotel, and it's going to be sort of like in grayscale, nighttime rain. So that's what we need to look for.
Perhaps.
Nigel, is your mic working?
Oh yeah, I think Nigel's mic's cut out again.
I always worry that like his mic's cut out and he just thinks we're all ignoring him.
Yeah. Like when you have yourself on mute and you're like, why isn't anyone responding to anything I say? You realise you have mute on.
Oh.
Am I back?
You are, yes.
You are so back.
Yay! I don't picture the kidnapped person in a hotel room at all. I picture him like tied to a chair in a basement or something.
We don't know if he's been snatched. He might just be laying low.
He could be. He could very well be.
He could just.
All we know is he came to investigate here.
I've got a brilliant idea.
I'm listening.
Right. Let's buy some batteries, right? Let's buy some D-cell batteries. Leave one on the door of every chalet in this place with a note that says, If this means anything to you, come to whatever our room number is.
I'm just gonna get loads of weirdos turning up being like, is this for swinging? This is for swinging, right?
Yeah, but then we can turn them away. Or it depends what they look like and how we're feeling. Maybe we won't turn them away, but my point, I think it's clever.
I think
Maybe that's because I'm dumb.
I think that may be our first reference to swinging on the game.
Oh, we're in like a friggin' holiday, like a
Yeah, this Camp Fantastic.
Camp Fantastic.
Yeah.
What about something? No. I was going to say, what about something that only some sort of occult investigator would know? Like maybe some tied to
Defeat in
us.
your voice then was incredible. What about no?
Well, I was going to say something like that indicates us, but then I thought, well, that's if somebody else is after us, that would indicate us as well to them.
Yeah, that is.
Something a bit more vague.
And they also will know more than we do.
What about put a symbol of Yog Sothoth on our door? We've seen loads of those symbols, haven't we?
Do we
Scare the guy away though.
Yeah, and do we want to be messing with occult, symbols and putting them on doorways? I think that's asking to open your door one morning and be like, oh, I'm in the fucking
Netherrealm.
city now. Whoops.
Okay,
It's still after us, so we do need to be subtle at least.
Well, let's go into town because I want to take the car to be repaired.
Yes,
Sure,
that's a good idea.
And we can check out some local places to find information on Camp Fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, that's certainly an option. It's a bit late in the evening to be doing any of that stuff, but by all means, if that's what you want to do.
I thought
so
we time skipped to the next day.
Yeah, I thought we were in the morning. I thought we'd sort of gone to bed already.
Have you? Oh, okay. Okay, you've gone to bed then.
Okay, we'll go to bed.
Okay, I didn't realise. I apologise. All right, so you can. You wake up. It is a kind of dingy morning with an overcast sky. It's pretty warm and humid, but not particularly sunny, and the air feels like it is threatening to rain, although no drops have come from the sky as yet. So, what is your first order of business? Sorry, what are you planning on doing?
So we're gonna go get the car fixed somewhere first, I think.
All
I
right.
think the car makes sense as a priority in case we need to GTFO.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a priority. And obviously, if we're gonna drop it off at a garage, we're gonna go into town whilst they fix it, right? Or, yeah, something like that.
Well, presumably you're either going to have to call for a tow or go to a garage and then get them to come out and get it.
Why is it done for it?
Yeah, the car's stopped completely.
Oh fuck. Okay, so should we call up a local garage and get them to? Do that, right?
Yeah, let's call a local garage.
Okay.
Maybe go and ask the receptionist lady to do it.
I don't want to go near that receptionist lady again.
In which case...
You go talk to her.
Okay, I'll go and talk to her.
I'm scared of her.
Okay, so you head over to reception. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning, by the way.
Okay.
There is a sign on the door that says open 7 till 11. However, the door is closed and locked.
Fishy. On the map, is there a breakfast hall?
No, there isn't.
Okay.
Where would food and stuff be served?
The cabins all have their own kitchens.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I remember because I made a cup of tea, didn't I?
Yeah, they're like chalets.
Yes, I forgot.
Well,
Okay,
I will go back to the others. Do we have Google on our phones?
What is it, 2008, 2009?
Only if you have a very good phone, I think.
Yeah, none of you do.
We got burner phones, didn't we?
Yeah, you did. You aren't carrying your phones anyway.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
You basically
Yeah.
got like Snake and text messaging, and that's it.
Nice. Okay,
It's not quite that
let's-
bad. It's not quite that bad. Like when I was, we're talking 10, 12 years ago. So I had a phone that could get onto the internet, but it was very basic.
I had a BlackBerry.
Not 12
BlackBerry
years
Bold. Yeah, 2009.
I was in school and there were Blackberries.
Yeah, I was in university.
Oh, okay, yeah. Maybe I'm actually not. Yeah, maybe I'm showing my age a bit. You're probably right, actually. Yeah. So yeah,
The first
suggesting you got,
iPhone came out in
Nokia
like 2007.
3310s or something is a bit silly.
iPhone 3GS in 2009.
Yeah,
Probably cost you £7,000.
It would have if I'd bought it new, yeah. I think I bought it from my mother-in-law for like 130 quid.
Wow, we really had smartphones that long then.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Yep.
crazy. Okay, in that case, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to Google it, to be honest.
We Google a local garage. Don't know why I said it like that. I would never say garage.
Just call 118 118. I feel like that's the more likely thing to
yeah, that's
be
a
doing
good
in
one, isn't
2008.
that's
Yeah.
probably what we would do.
Got your number.
Got your
Oh,
number.
There we go.
Oh,
That's era appropriate.
Yeah,
Accidentally
indeed.
call Hastings Direct by accident.
I can't remember what the jingle for that was, but I'm sure Ben does.
0800 1066.
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah.
God, you're
'Cause
so
it-
weirdos. Remembering this shit.
Listen, a good advertising jingle is it's hard to get out of your head.
0800 00. Yeah, see, I've remembered it just from hearing it for that once.
Yep, and also because it was the 1066 thing in Hastings, wasn't it? It's a little mnemonic that built into it.
Yeah, it was a little soldier bloke. Okay, so your plan is to call a garage.
Yes.
A garage. Some say, oh, Greg is fish finger as big as a garage. And yeah, so you do that, and you acquire the number of a local garage, which you call, and it rings out because it's 7 o'clock in the morning and no one's there.
Just wrote an early mate.
Maybe we should like. Do we have any food on us? Maybe we should just like eat breakfast.
Yeah, you did have the foresight of bringing some food with you, so.
I've got a packet of ham in my rag compartment.
I don't want any of your
Which I
rag.
duly share. with
Rag ham.
Get a van.
Like,
Yeah.
Danny,
Rag ham.
Because obviously you do, yeah.
Wait for him. Wait for him. Wait for Finn. Honey.
Wafer thin honey roast rag ham.
oh
Yes,
no.
indeed.
No.
Delicious.
It gives you 1d3 points of health. It's like a good berry.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't.
I think it gives
It's a
you
good hammy.
3 of minus health.
It gives you a need for a tetanus shot.
Rag ham here. Get your rag ham.
It gives you 1d3 health and everyone else has to take a sanity check watching you eat it.
No ham from in your pants.
Jaw agape like, oh my god, what's he
No.
eating?
If you said anything about eating it, I just poke little eye holes in it and wear it like a face mask.
I don't like this.
That's worse than eating it.
That's worse than the bloody
I need to roll a few sanity checks for that, like
freaky
4.
monster you fought last time. That is the ham face man. It's like the
Just
world's
a bar
shittest
time.
serial killer.
Ham face man.
It's the
If it was like a plan, If it was a plan to overcome something, maybe, but this is just a pastime.
It's a cunning disguise that way. If anybody looks at me, they'll think I'm a ham.
So should we just wait until like 9 o'clock or something then?
Yeah, let's spin our wheels and not involve ham in any way.
Okay, so what were you planning to do? Sorry.
I think we're just gonna fast travel into the future.
That's
just
a bit dull.
stake
You could
out.
go and like look at things or investigate
Well, I'm thinking
stuff.
maybe it would be a good idea to visually stake out the 2 unknown chalets that are occupied. Maybe just keep
Yeah, we could do that.
to see if anybody's going to leave or come.
Well, one of them. So there are 3 occupied chalets, and one of them we know is it has got kids in it. Oh yeah, because it's got the family thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the other 2, right? So should we? I guess we should split up to do that.
You can probably visually check on the one east of us from here. It's just the other one that we might not be able to see. So I could go and play on the swing in the playground and just keep an eye out.
I'm not gonna go and play on the swing in the playground.
We could pretend that I'm Simple and Nigel's my handler.
Well, that would be. I mean, I don't think we need to pretend that. People are just going to assume it anyway.
They might. But
giant crotch
If you
rags.
come out of your pants and eat it, put it on your face.
I'm actually currently wearing it as shoulder pads. Right now.
Oh God!
Yeah, stylish 80s shoulder pads.
You're like a powerful businesswoman of the 80s.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, with shoulder pads made of ham.
Business luncheon meat. So can we do that? Maybe stake out those houses for an hour or so, just to see if anybody comes or goes.
Sure you can. Okay, so who's going where?
I might just stand here and peek, so I can see over here. If you can see where I'm clicking.
Yeah. So your plan is to stand round the end of the chalet and just peek round.
Yeah. Using my ham as a pillbox.
Okay, enough with the ham. This is getting just too weird.
Okay. Really weird.
Insistent on this ham.
I know. This ham, it must be useful somehow.
Me and Nigel are going to take a walk to the beach just to see if anything's going on there.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll come down to the beach. Or do you want me to stake out the house here?
To be fair, if they leave, they're probably going to leave towards the car park. So anybody that comes or goes should walk past my line of sight.
That is true.
So I think you could go with Nigel.
Yeah, I want to go see the beach.
Okay, sure. Alright, so as you are walking to the beach, you see what appears to be a youngish couple getting in around a tennis on one of the tennis courts. They wave cheerily as you go past and then continue with their game.
Wave back politely.
Okay, you do so. They are engrossed in their game.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to just have to take my headset off for a second because I've just realised that I don't have a glasses cloth here and I've just rubbed my glasses trying to rub my eye, which is incredibly smart. So just bear with me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Right, so you walk down towards the beach, and Nigel, you are kind of sitting by, or not sitting, but standing by the chalet, kind of looking around to see if anyone is coming out of that other chalet at the end. And you see nothing at the moment. Can you give me a listen check very quickly?
Is that me?
Yep. What's your listen score?
I get my PDF open, but I think it's 25.
Okay, you hear a faint sound from the south. Almost like a distant sound of like a kettle clicking on to boil.
Was that coming from like the house?
It would appear so, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna like just casually walk in that direction.
Sure. Okay. Da 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 da. All right. So, walking down to the beach. It's a short stretch of beach with it's more rock than sand, and this appears like going through the camp seems to be really the only way to get to this stretch of beach, where it rises into cliffs on either side. There is what looks like a sort of boathouse off to the left a bit, perhaps containing something to do with the camp. You're not sure. And that's about it. Can you give me spot hidden looks, please?
Ooh. That's a foot. Oh, is that? I can't remember what. Hold on, I've not got my sheet open because I'm a big idiot.
Okay.
I think mine is less than that though. I think my spot hidden's like 35, something like that. Actually, it might be base. No, yeah, mine's base. It's just 25. Oh wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't look like anyone's been on the beach for a few days, but you do spot off in the distance what looks like one of those like windbreaker things that people use, you know, the cheap ones, kind of half buried in the sand.
Oh, what, like
It's like it looks like a folding screen, but it's like, you know, cheap,
yeah.
like,
Okay.
blue stripy, whatever.
I was wondering if you were talking about that or like a coat windbreaker.
No, like one of those screens that you use to stop the wind getting at you when you're sunbathing on the beach. It's about 100 yards in the opposite direction from where the boathouse is.
I'm gonna go investigate it and just have a little look around.
Sure. Nigel, anything you would like to do?
Sorry, what are you examining, Bernard? The
windbreaker thing.
Okay, cool. Then I'll go in the opposite direction and investigate the little boathousey bit.
Alright, so we will go in order then. So, well, in order of how we've been doing it already. So, Carl, you sort of creep up to the house a bit.
Yeah.
And you can definitely hear someone moving around in there. It sounds like they may or may not be making some form of breakfast.
I suppose I'm going to operate on the assumption that the welcome centre is still shut, isn't it?
As far as you can tell from the wrong side of it, yes.
I might just walk back and check it before I impose myself on the owners of the house. Just check and see if still nobody there.
Yep, still nobody there. It's still shut up. It's about 7:30 at this point.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm going to return to the house and knock politely on the door.
You hear sort of noises and shuffling, and after a minute or so, the door opens. Can you give me a POW check, please?
My POW is 70.
Your POW is what, sorry?
It's 70. I'm just going to roll
70.
now. Yeah, I think it's quite high. Because I wanted to be a wizard. 41.
You're powerful.
Yeah, I wanted magic. I wanted to have magic powers. But I haven't quite got there yet.
The man who opens the door has a wide smile and watery eyes. He has a broad neck and a physique best described as dumpy rather than stocky. He wears a check shirt and jeans, and he smiles pleasantly enough at you as you open the door. Hello there, camper. My name is Harold. Nice to meet you. I'm very sorry that we're not open at the Welcome Centre just yet. Unfortunately, we appear to have overslept. If you would kindly wait, I should be about 15 minutes.
No problem. Can I just, before I respond, I saw a very handsome man, I believe, in through the window last night. Is he wearing the same clothes as this man, or is it different?
It doesn't look the same at all. Looks like a completely different person, if anything.
Okay, yeah. Sorry to bother you, Harold. I just obviously, saw the side. I'll go and wait at
the resemblance is practically nil. This guy is quite stocky, with a bit of a pronounced belly and things, and he's bald as a coot. To the extent it looks like he may well even shave his head, with a razor, and has quite flabby, broad hands, whereas the gentleman that you saw through the window was basically the opposite. It was obviously someone quite dapper looking. There's not a word that you would use to describe this man, Harold.
Okay, brilliant. That's good to know. Okay, well, thank you, Harold. I'll await you at the Welcome Centre then, and I'll see you.
No problem, camper. Have a fantastic day. He closes the door again.
What did I say my name was going to be?
It's written down.
It's written down in the Camp Fantastic channel.
You were Wayne.
Hey, I was Wayne. I'm going to say before he shuts the door, call me Wayne.
Okay, camper.
Camper Wayne.
Camper
Wayne. And then I'll go over and I'll walk back to the Welcome Centre.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so you head over to the Welcome Centre. Alright, so next we will go with Nigel. Nigel, you approach the boathouse. It is a large, boxy shape with a kind of step leading up to it. So it goes up 3 little steps and then has a little extended bit of walkway almost, and then a door. You can see from here that the door is quite heavily padlocked. The whole thing has been painted white, and the words Camp Fantastic have been stenciled on it in red. The paint is fading and old.
I'll have a little sort of nose around and I'll try the door.
Okay, yep. As you can see, the door is locked with a heavy padlock. The padlock looks somewhat old, and the chain as well is somewhat old. But beyond that, you can't really see. There aren't really any windows there or anything like that. But by all means, you can try and get in if you want to.
I'd like to try and pick up a sizable rock, a good handful of rock from the beach, and just try and knock the lock off.
Sure, give it a try. You can give me a strength check for it.
Cool. Nowhere near.
Yeah, unfortunately, all that happens is you kind of feel the vibration of the impact in your hand.
Yeah.
You drop the rock and kind of shake your hand a bit. It doesn't open, unfortunately.
Fair enough.
So we will move on to Bernard. Bernard, you approach what looks like a couple of bits and pieces that some family may have left there at some point. So there is a sort of windbreakery thing, half buried in the sand. There is a towel that is barely visible, and there is an upturned red bucket.
I want to look under the bucket.
Okay, you lift up the bucket, and to your horror, discover.
Nothing.
Oh no! No, there is a severed human hand under there.
Oh, that's not good.
Can you give me an intelligence check, please?
Okay, sure. That's a 54. I think Bernard's fairly smart. What's my int? My int is 90.
Did you see
And it's
the?
very smart shit.
Is there anything he can't do?
Did you see the party thing that was going on last night in the thing? I can't remember.
I think I did, yes.
Okay, so you recognise the hand as being the one that you saw in the window, missing its ring. However, this severed human hand has a ring on its finger. Also, for finding it, you're going to have to give me a sanity check, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. There you go. That's a pretty good roll.
And you passed it. So just lose 1 sanity for finding an unexpected severed human hand.
Yeah. So,
I will allow you to try and ascertain how old this hand is or how long it's been here.
yeah, I'd like to do that.
Do you want to give me a first aid roll?
Sure. That's a 29.
What is your first aid score?
I think it's base. Actually, did I? Ba-dum-bum-bum. Oh, I don't actually have it listed on my sheet. Is it under medicine?
Yeah, it should be. Let me just double check.
Yeah, no, I've got medicine, but not first aid listed specifically. Could I use it?
You should have a first aid score, and first aid is base 30.
Where is first aid? Am I just not being able to read?
Possibly, because it is listed. It's under firearms and above flail.
Under firearms and oh yeah, sorry, my bad. There it is.
That's right.
I'm an idiot.
So base 30. Yeah, you would estimate that it's been here for several days, maybe 3 or 4.
So I'm guessing it's looking kind of juicy and mottly.
Yeah, it's not very pleasant. As I said, though, there is a ring on the ring finger.
I would like to take the ring with great care and caution, not to sort of disturb the hand too much.
Okay. Yep, you successfully remove the ring from the finger, despite a bit of bloating. It comes off fairly easily. It's a simple silvery ring with a design like an oak leaf on it.
Okay. I suppose I probably have tissues or something. I want to wrap it in a tissue and put it in my breast pocket.
Sure, by all means, you can do that if you like.
Yep. I just don't want any corpse germs on me, you know. Might catch
delicious
COVID.
corpse germs.
I love some corpse germs. So, well, being that I found it's severed, right? Does it look like it's been cleanly cut? What's the sort of edge of the wound like?
It's kind of decomposed and rank, so it's kind of difficult to tell because it's been nibbled at by crabs, etc. But yeah, it looks like it's been hacked off or cut off in some way, rather than I don't really know what else. That was sawn off. It doesn't look like it was a clean cut anyway, or a particularly clean cut.
Yeah, because obviously, if you pull someone's arm off or something, you get dangly bits coming with it, right? Like veins and stuff. But I'm guessing if there were any of those, a crab would have ate them. Okay, so being that I've just found a arm or a hand rather, I suppose could I have a bit of a more thorough search around? Look underneath the towel.
Sure you can. You have a look around, and apart from an old Snickers wrapper, you don't find anything of note.
Okay, I am gonna, I guess, replace the bucket back on top of the hand.
Sure.
And I'm gonna head back over to the boat shed direction.
Okay, so we will go back to Carl, I guess.
Oh, are we not going to Nigel?
We've already done Nigel. He tried to break into the boathouse and didn't succeed.
Oh, I missed that somehow.
So yes, Carl, you are currently waiting at the Welcome Centre. Presently, after a few minutes, the gentleman that you met at the house comes out, greets you cheerfully, and opens the Welcome Centre door. He beckons you inside.
Okay, I'm going to follow him in.
All right. So you are in the reception of the Welcome Centre. He smiles quite sort of cheerily at you, again, which, given his slightly unsettling appearance, is not the most pleasant thing you've ever seen. And says, "Well then, stranger, what can I do for you? How can I help today?"
Oh, hi there, Harold. Well, we got in late last night, and we've been having a bit of car trouble actually. So I'm hoping to actually get a mechanic out here to recover our car, and to be honest as well, we haven't eaten since the services, last night on the way here. So I was wondering if there's anywhere around here where we can get some breakfast.
Oh yes, of course. There's the Truckers Cafe just down the road. It's very good. Does very fine breakfast, or so I'm told.
Is that just a walk away, or?
Yeah, it's about 5 minutes back down the road the way you came.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you.
Anything else I can help you with?
Do you happen to know the name of a reputable garage or mechanic that we can?
Yes, indeed. There is Gary Oakthorpe. Sorry, can you tell that I just made it up off the top of my head?
Gary Oak.
Yeah. Absolutely. Gary Oakthorpe from Oakthorpe's Garages. I know it's not a very inventive name. You know what I mean, don't you, camper? But, yes, I can certainly give him a call and he can come out and check your car for you. He does good rates for people who are staying here, actually.
That'd be excellent.
So, yes. Alright, so, would you give me a spot hidden, please? Carl? Ah. Okay, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary.
Okay. Did he say he was going to call Gary Oakington for me?
Yeah, Gary Oakthorpe.
Okay. And do I need to make the call, sorry, or is he going to call him?
He'll call him for you.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Harold. Yeah, I will await Gary, and I'll pop down I'm going to pop out to get some breakfast, and then I'll come back and you can let me know how long he's going to be. That'd be great.
My pleasure, camper. Enjoy the rest of your stay, in any case, and have a nice breakfast.
Okay, thanks a lot.
He beams at you again. It's a quite distinctly unsettling beam, reminding you somewhat of a frog looking at a rather tasty fly.
I'm gonna clutch my rags defensively. Okay. Like a comfort blanket.
You're not going to fashion a shield out of ham or something?
I didn't say I'd taken off my ham mask.
Yeah, you have taken off your ham mask.
They call me Hamo. Okay, so I'm going to leave and I'll start walking towards the Truckers Cafe.
Okay, you're not going to wait for the others or anything?
I figured I'd bring them back a buddy.
Makes sense. Okay, so Nigel and Bernard, you are at the beach house. Bernard wanders over.
Hello.
I mean,
Guess what I found? Oh, have we lost Nigel?
Quite possibly.
Nigel?
Yeah, Nigel, I think we've lost you again.
I feel like we need to do like a welfare check every 3 minutes.
Yeah. Before we continue, what time did we need to finish at tonight, by the way?
So I can probably stay on until 10:30.
Okay, cool. No problem. So what we'll do is we will continue for about 15 minutes and then take a break.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Awesome. All right. So yeah, sorry, I interrupted your saying hi to Nigel.
Yeah, hi Nigel. Guess what I found? A whole human hand.
A what?
A whole human
Beg
hand.
pardon. Okay, that's a bit of a concern.
Well, the weird thing was, remember when we saw that spooky, goings on in the wreck hole or whatever it is?
I do, yeah, it kept me awake for a few hours.
There was a hand I saw in the party that I was on a guy, and it had this like really he had a wedding ring tan line, and the hand I found looked like the same guy's hand, but it had the wedding ring on it. So I took, well, I think it's a wedding ring. Was it? Wait, what hand was the hand? Was it left or right?
Right hand.
It was a right hand, so it's not a wedding ring.
It's
Well,
a wedding ring.
I took the ring, just in case it means anything, but that's pretty weird.
There was no one there when we went in.
No, there wasn't.
So
but-
the hand, did the hand, I mean, was it warm?
Well, no, it was like chopped off and it was pretty mushy. I mean,
Oh,
it looks like it's been there for a couple of days, at least.
okay. That's worrying. I found a locked shed and I tried to break the lock and it was really loud. The noise kind of reverberated a bit and I panicked and didn't try it again. Did you have a go?
I mean, are there any like windows we could maybe like give one of, give a boost to?
No, I had a decent look. There's only one way into this place.
Okay.
Is it a large double door?
No, it's a single door.
Okay. Is there a way in for like boats and things?
Yes,
Like a
it's-
slip, yeah.
Yeah, it's basically a slip.
Sure.
Admittedly, all you tried doing was hitting the lock with a rock, which is not like the most high-tech method of trying to break in. So it's quite possible that you could get through the door anyway.
Okay.
Oh, we lost you again, Nigel. Yeah, I think we lost you again, Nigel.
I have no idea why, but like disappearing then coming back seems to work.
Okay, that is strange. Alright, so
Yeah.
what would you like to do?
Should we try? I mean, if it's locked, our only options are picking the lock or breaking the door down, and I'm stronger than I am good at picking locks.
Yes.
Should we just break it down then?
We can. I mean, yeah, I guess so. Can we get like a what's the word? Like help? Like if one of us tries it, can the other assist?
Yeah, sure. I mean, how do you want to try and break it down? What specifically are you going to try and break?
I mean, it's kind of what condition is the wood in? Is it sort of rotten from the sea air and things?
Yeah, it's not in a great state of repair, shall we say?
So we're probably best off just trying to break the wood than the lock. I'd have thought.
I mean, yeah, we could probably just like kick it or shoulder barge it, right? You just,
Yeah,
like,
that makes
try
sense.
kicking the section next to the lock and like kicking it in.
I think that makes sense.
Do you want to try or shall I?
I'll let you try.
Oh, that's
I had a
good.
go.
Okay, I'm gonna attempt to sort of kick in the door where the lock is.
Okay, so the way that it works is that it's like a single door,
Yeah.
with like a handle that's like just like I'll draw the shape because I'm struggling to think of how to describe it otherwise, which is stupid because it's not like difficult. So it's and so it's a handle like that. You get me?
Yep.
So it's like attached to the door with two brackets like that. And then the chain is like around the handle and goes through a similar handle on the wall of the door, and then there's a padlock, like padlocking the chain.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So it's one of those.
Yes.
Maybe I'll just try and like pull the handle off then.
Sure. Give me a strength check.
Sure. I think that's a fail. Oh, my strength is 65.
Okay. Yeah. You feel it give way, and one end of the handle pulls away from the rotting wood of the door. Unfortunately, though, you feel your balance go and you kind of pinwheel backwards. So give me a dexterity check.
Sure. That's a 70. My dex is 80.
Your dex is ridiculous.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. It's all that like pressing, changing camera lenses.
OP dexterity, boy. Okay, so you manage to catch yourself before you fall. The chain kind of falls and clatters against the side of the wall where it's hanging from the other handle. The door is now open.
Wicked.
Boom.
Enter the boathouse.
After you.
So the boathouse is kind of smells a bit funky and old. You spot a couple of like canoes stacked against one wall, and there is a rowboat actually in the the slip going down to the doors to the sea. The rowboat itself looks to be in a similar sort of state of disrepair as the boathouse itself, and the canoes aren't much better. Off on one side, next to where the rowboat is, there are two like deck chairs almost, like foldable chairs. Kind of set up looking towards the door. There is a sort of some rubbish and an empty beer bottle sitting in the cup holder of one of them as well.
Interesting.
Maybe this is used by like teenagers or something.
Could be.
It doesn't seem like the sort of town that would maybe have. I don't know.
I don't know. For a group like teenagers, I'd have thought more than 2 chairs.
Yeah.
Sort of 4 or 5. It looks like people sit in here. Like these chairs don't look like they're being stored. They look like they're set up.
Yeah, that is kind of. Why would you sit in a boathouse and drink? I guess. Does the rowboat look safe enough to like get into to have a look around, or could I like have a look in it without getting into it?
I mean, you can have a look at it in it without getting into it if you want to. It's not a big boat. It's just a rowboat. It's like
Okay, I'll have a
4 people.
I'd like
with a
do,
plastic
like-
bottom and like wooden furnishings. The wood looks in a state of disrepair. Paint's peeling, and the paint on the boat itself is kind of peeling off as well.
Okay, and I'm guessing there's not like a it doesn't have like a what's the word I'm looking for here? Like a top hole in, or I can see. Can I see everything that's in the boat?
You can see everything that's in the boat. Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Do you want to give me a spot hidden roll?
Yes. And that is a bad roll.
Yeah, that's a critical fail. You don't spot anything.
Well, at least I didn't my eyeballs didn't fall out.
Blind yourself.
You so don't spot anything that you fall over and hit your head, and now you are dead. No, I'm kidding. Carl.
Out the window.
Carl, you have acquired bacon butties and are walking back to the camp. I think that's probably a good place for everyone to take a break.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if everyone wants to pop off for 5 minutes,
Yep.
and we shall reconvene shortly.
Refresh and regroup.
Yes.
I'm kind of like, obviously finding a human hand was a fairly traumatic experience for Bernard, but as my actual self, I'm quite pleased about that.
Yeah.
About finding a human hand.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder who it belonged to and how it how it left its own.
Well,
Its wrist.
bit, like not the one we saw not having the ring, and this one like having the ring made me think of like skinwalkers or something like that.
We taking a break?
Skinwalkers. What's that?
Like people who like steal you. It's like a Native American thing, I'm pretty sure. And they're like
Wendigos.
yeah, they're kind of like Wendigos, but they steal your appearance.
A skinwalker is actually basically the Native American version of the werewolf.
Oh yeah. A skinwalker is a werewolf, but isn't it that they can use different animal skins?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like been added into the modern lexicon to mean also someone who can who steals someone's appearance. So if someone,
I think that's a skin changer.
I watched the X-Files episode on that actually.
Well, the one with the werewolf.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, are we taking a break for a few minutes so people can go smoke stuff?
I was just rolling a cigarette. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
I'll be right back.
Okay, back in 5.
Bye.
I am returned.
Oh, I am also returned.
Can they hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yay!
Your microphone hates you.
Yes.
It does.
Is it the on-board mic or is it like a headset one?
No, it's a blue snowball.
Oh.
Yeah.
Weird.
Have you got correct drivers and stuff installed for it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's probably Discord in that case then. Maybe Discord hates your mic.
Might be
It
Yeti
could be.
is fine, but
Yeah.
very strange. Carl, are you returned?
I'm here, yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so what would you like to do now, my little noodles?
I think. Well, okay. I'll take a step back. Carl, what's going on with the car?
So have I met them at the beach? Have I met them at the beach?
Yes, you are heading to the beach.
Say, I spoke to some frog-faced man called Harold on the till. There is a... Oh, yeah, did I pop in on Harold when I came back to get an ETA?
You did not.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you didn't. You just went straight to the beach.
Oh, okay. So there is the mechanic on the way, but I need to check in with the front desk to know when he's coming. But I bought you these delicious bacon baps for your breakfast.
Mechanic on the way, you say?
Mhm.
maybe we should unload all of the guns and things from the car.
That's a great idea. Well, I didn't hand over the key, so...
Awesome. We should empty anything incriminating from the car, if we haven't already, and put it in our chalet.
Yeah, sure you can do
Yes,
that.
that's probably
Not a
okay.
problem. Very wise thinking there, Nigel.
We've got some guns,
You're going to
right?
head back up and do that now?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And I will pop in on the welcome centre since it's next to the car park.
Okay,
While we're
Harold
walking to the car, I'll eat my bacon roll.
Yeah, I would also like to eat my bacon.
Harold isn't behind the desk, but there is a bell that says ring for assistance.
Is the logbook just over the other side of the desk?
Yes.
Can I reach over and, like, turn it a little bit so I can, like, read it?
Sure, you can give it a shot.
Yes, please.
Okay. You begin to tilt the logbook towards you when suddenly you hear the sound of a door opening nearby.
Okay, I'm going to stop and put my
Okay.
hand back down.
Can you please give me another power roll, Mr. Wizard?
Oh, the wizard fails.
Okay. So. A woman with a glowing smile walks through from the back office room behind the reception. She has deep blue eyes that sparkle with the joy of life. Her long blonde hair is rich and well styled. She wears a lovely yellow dress, which is simple but elegant and complements her figure very well. She has an enticing perfume to her. It is highly attractive and appealing. She smiles at you and says, "Hello there, my name's Janice. How can I help?"
I think your colleague Harold had phoned a mechanic for me. I just wanted to get an ETA on.
Ah, yes, my husband did mention that. The mechanic should be here around about midday. Is there anything else I can help you with, Camper?
No, that's brilliant. Thank you.
Excellent. I hope you have a fantastic day, and perhaps you'll join us at the event centre tonight for the karaoke evening.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Will you be singing?
Oh, of course.
Okay, well, I look forward to seeing it.
Excellent. We'll see you there. It starts at 6 o'clock.
Okay, I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna go back out to the car park.
Okay, cool. Yeah, in the meantime, Bernard and Nigel have emptied the car, of potentially incriminating items.
I'm gonna say to Bernard, I'm saying, "Oh, Bernard, you didn't tell me that the woman at the front desk was so lovely."
What woman at the front desk?
Janice.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
She was the frog lady, right? Just to double check, Keeper, did she introduce
Yes,
herself
correct.
to
She
me?
did introduce herself as Janice.
She did. Yeah, no, what are you talking about? The frog lady?
Yeah, with the blue eyes and the blonde hair. Mm,
What?
delicious.
No.
If she was the frog lady, I want to be a fly.
Oh dear, dude. Straight up, she looked like if someone turned a fish or a frog into a person.
I mean, I do not know what Harold did, but to get a woman like that. But I don't know. He must be very well endowed.
What does Harold look like?
He looks like a frog person.
People then.
Hmm.
The frog people couple, they must be a frog people couple.
She didn't look like a frog person to me.
Well, I don't know, man.
Anything.
Sorry, what was
Nigel.
that?
Hmm?
I think we lost you again.
Did you learn anything
The
other than about yourself and frog people?
The mechanic's going to be here at midday.
Okay, perfect. Anything else?
Janice is a very attractive woman and not at all a frog.
Okay.
Okay. So what's the plan, Batman?
Oh, also, I learned that they karaoke at the entertainment centre tonight, and she'll be there, so we can put this "is she beautiful or not" to bed. Nigel, you could be the deciding vote.
Will her husband be there?
Yes.
Okay, so instead of deciding the vote in this frankly asinine discussion, what if myself or one of us break into reception and have a look at that logbook if we know reception will be closed and we know where they will be?
Ooh.
Very good idea.
Someone's thinking with something other than his penis.
Yeah. Yeah, or I could be the deciding vote in this fucking nonsense.
Well, let's discuss that later on. What did you
Yeah.
find at the beach house?
Oh, I found a human hand on the beach.
You're only just telling me now.
It was pretty traumatic.
Got a point.
Let
Was
me keep what little sanity I've got and forget these horrific things.
I'm gonna okay. So was there any indicator of what severed the hand or who it belonged to?
Well, the weird thing is that, remember when we saw that weird, like, illusion thing? It looked like one of the people from that's hand. And it had a ring on it, so I took the ring. I do love stealing from a corpse, as we all do.
So if it was one of those people, then perhaps whatever we were privy to in the entertainment centre didn't happen that long ago.
Maybe. The hand only looked a couple of, well, I say only, it was at least a couple of days old, but it wasn't, like a skeleton or anything like that.
Okay. Well, maybe the entertainment centre is where we want to be.
Do you want to show them the ring?
Yeah, I want to show them the ring.
Okay, you put out the ring. Can all of you give me Cthulhu Mythos checks, please?
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, Nigel.
What's your Cthulhu Mythos score?
12.
Yeah, I didn't think it'd be 12.
12? How did yours get so high? Mine's 5.
Lucky rolls, I guess.
Been reading them books when we weren't looking.
Mine's 7. Literally 10 times out.
Send you them.
Are you not going to do one call, or did you already do yours?
I think I did, and I got 36, 39.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay.
Didn't know what that was for.
So none of you directly recognise the symbol. However, can you give me a luck roll each, please?
Yes.
You don't need to lose a luck point for this. Oh, Bernard.
Oh dear.
Yeah, none of our rolls have been
Terrible.
I'll let you push it if you want.
Yes, please.
So you can re-roll with a +5 for a luck point.
I'll give it a go. Let's spend some luck. Oh, come on!
That's twice you've rolled 98.
Oh,
You lose
not-
all of your luck points! No, I'm kidding. Damn,
That's
you're
better.
rolling really badly today, though, Bernard.
I'm just
None
getting
of
them
us have
all
been
out of the
rolling
way. Saving my lucky rolls for when I really need them,
Yeah, for when it's life or tentacle-based death.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Nigel, I think you actually passed that one, didn't you?
I did indeed, yeah.
Okay, you suddenly realise that you've seen this symbol before,
Uh-huh.
and it was in the pages of the narcotic manuscript, and in fact, you had that passage translated. And as
Awesome.
you recall, the oak leaf design, the stylized oak leaf design on the ring, is a variant of the fabled elder sign, a symbol that is supposedly enormously protecting against creatures of darkness.
Didn't do very well for its owner this time, did it? Did we still have... What did we have that had the elder signs on from the ritual? What were they?
Was it stones?
No, they were coins, weren't they?
Coins, yeah.
We laid them over the eyes. I guess we don't have them anymore, do we?
No, they were destroyed during the ritual.
Yeah. So it might be useful to wear it, actually.
Yeah, I would give that a scrub and then maybe pop it on.
I hand Nigel a rag.
I mean, it clearly didn't help the man who, you know. Can I have a rag, please?
Yes.
Well, you say that, but his hand was still there. It's just the rest.
That's very true.
Also, he wasn't actually wearing it in the entertainment centre, was he?
Well, no, he wasn't. But then the hand, yeah, that is true. But then the hand washed up with it on it, so I don't know.
I mean, we don't know that the rest of this person is dead. He could just be missing a hand.
Well,
and that could be very lucky considering the circumstances that might have led to him losing the hand in the first place.
Yeah, this is true. Okay then, I will. Maybe this might be too cheeky of a metagamey question, but if I wear it on a chain around my neck, is it going to have the same effect, or does it have to be worn like a ring?
Presumably, as long as it's contacting your skin, it will have the same effect.
Oh, okay. I will clean it up with a borrowed rag, and I'll put it on my hand, I guess.
Probably worse.
Actually,
probably dirtier now.
Oh, that's true. I mean, at least it's just
now with 100% more semen.
And ham.
Actually, I lubricated it with ham oil for you. So.
It wasn't even a rag, it was just a slice of ham.
What I was thinking was, if I start wearing this ring around, and maybe the people who chopped the hand off see it, that will be a bit suspicious.
Definitely agree.
So I was thinking about wearing it around, on a chain around my neck so that it's not visible.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, okay, I would like to do that then. Just,
right. You get a length of string or twine from your various supplies, what you have.
Yeah.
And you fashion it into a necklace, hang it around your neck.
Yeah, I'm gonna tuck it into my shirt so it's not visible.
It in no way feels weird or unusual having it around your neck. There is no sort of detectable oddness to it.
It doesn't start giving me mad rope burn Frodo in the Ring.
No, and it's not whispering into your mind or doesn't hover in the air, light up and point the direction to Narnia or Fantasia or anything like that.
Cool. And the rings are a lot, more boring than
Suddenly Falcor appears! You ride Falcor and go, yeah! And then I tell you to get stuffed and die.
Oh dear.
Worst scene ever. Well, it's not actually. I've seen the Neverending Story Part 3 and that's a terrible film. Anyway, apart from that aside, I guess. What would you like to do now, folks?
I feel like the entertainment centre at 6 is a good idea because I feel like these Janice and Harold perhaps are people of interest, especially our conflicting reports on them. But I also feel like research on Camp Fantastic may be a good idea.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that's a good plan. Should we head into town and do that? Would we be able to head into town?
I mean, the mechanic's coming at midday. I don't know what the time is now, Keeper.
It's about 45 minutes to get there by bus. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. The buses run every hour.
I mean, the thing is, we could leave a key with the Harold Shipman and his wife, but it's whether or not we trust them. And I feel like I would be quite paranoid based upon the events that have transpired to get us here.
Yeah.
I agree.
I mean, I'm happy to stay back with the mechanic and then call you on the burner phone, maybe get a lift into town with him. If he tows the car, and call you on the burner phone and meet up with you.
Should we do that then? quite like that idea.
Yeah, and I'll get a lift in with him and then meet you.
It makes sense, but I will posit this. If we don't trust them, do we trust them to have actually called a garage? It seems weird that he would call an actual mechanic to actually come and repair our car and then do something.
Well, I mean, I assume I've got a handgun. I can take a handgun.
Yeah,
So at
that's
least
true.
if anything goes south, I can just make a break for it.
Now we've got guns. We're such American characters. We're like, well, I could always shoot him.
I've got my crowbar as well.
You're just randomly carrying a crowbar around a summer camp.
What I've done is I've put like a tennis ball on one end, and I'm pretending it's a walking stick.
So let's get this completely clear, right? You are walking around with a large quantity of rags stuffed down the front of your pants, a mask made of ham, and a crowbar. It's almost like you're trying to get arrested for being a nutter.
The ham bit is not legit.
It's that old, are we the bad guys? Are we the weird people that someone's investigating us because they've seen this weirdo creeping around with ham on his face and stuff?
So where are you guys right now anyway? Are you back in your cabin?
Yeah, we're back in the cabin. Seems like a sensible place to be.
In my mind's eye, we were kind of milling out around, sort of outside.
But we did take equipment to the cabin, didn't we? So.
Yeah, so it would make sense if we were in the cabin.
Yeah.
There is a polite rap at the door.
Hello?
Oh, I'll open the door.
There is a small, older woman standing on the front step. She has a cigarette poking out of her mouth and is wearing a tabard. She's also carrying like one of those like toolbox tray things full of cleaning products and a mop. Come to clean the cabin, dear.
What?
I've come to clean the cabin, dear.
The noise cancelling is.
Oh, sorry. I've come to clean the cabin, dear.
Oh,
Sorry, apparently I can't do weird comedy old woman voices because if I do, the noise cancellation cancels it out for not being my real voice.
we're all right actually.
Well, I can't do that, can I? Well, if you do want your cabin cleaned, then in future just leave a little note on the door handle and I'll come and clean your cabin for you. My name's Corrine Hatton. I've been here 20 years, you know. Have you been staying here long? I only clean 3 days a week, you see.
No, Corrine, we rocked up into town last night actually. So you said you've been there for 20 years. Has it always been under the same management?
Oh yes. The Fishburns, lovely couple.
Sorry, the what? The Fishburns.
The Fishburns, yeah, lovely couple.
I see. They'd only introduced themselves by their Christian names to us. Okay, and I think working for them's good.
Oh, they've been very good to me over the years. Very, very good, you know. Basically like a second family to me, if I may say so.
Oh well, that's it's nice to see that you've gained employment that you're enjoying, Corrine. If we do need our cabin cleaned, we will give you a shout. Of course, we'll leave a little note on the door, like you said.
By all means.
Have the Fishburns owned the place for the whole 20 years? Then, do you know? They've been here.
Oh yes, they've been here a very long time. Their father owned it before them. You see, he left it to them when he died, when he passed away.
Wait, sorry, their father, are they, we thought they were a couple, are they not a couple?
I believe they're husband and wife, actually, but, one or the other's father, I presume it's Harold's father, actually. She looks a bit confused for a second. I presume it's Harold's father, as he was, Robert Fishburn.
Oh, okay. Just,
To be honest, I never even thought about it, but yes, they are husband and wife, so I guess it just must be Harold's father.
That would make sense, yeah. Okay. Anyone got any other questions to ask Kareen?
No, but I do want to just mention that I'm kind of trying my best to stay out of sight.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, so Kareen, we got recommended this place by one of our friends, and he said obviously if you could get the time off work, you'd try and come down the same time as us. Have there been any sort of single men in the camp recently? We haven't managed to get in contact with him, so just wondering if you'd seen him about.
Oh, there was a young man about 3 days ago. Introduced himself as Christopher, I think.
Oh right. What cabin was he staying in?
Oh, he was staying in cabin number 3, I think. Cabin number three would be the cabin that you're currently in now.
Oh.
But he was only here for like 1 night or maybe 2 nights, and then he was gone again, I'm afraid. So it's a bit strange if you were expecting to meet him. I mean, he must have left maybe 3 days ago.
Well, it was all sort of loose plans. It wasn't anything in concrete. We just sort of said if we could, we'd meet him there. But plans and that have changed. But we'll see if we can try and get in contact with him and obviously find out if it was him that was here.
Perhaps he'll be back then. Who's pinging the map?
Oh, me, sorry.
You're just doing it out of boredom.
No, I'm just a doodler. So
okay.
I'm listening. When I'm listening, I'm like doing things with my hands. Well, thank you very much for your help, Karina. You've been most helpful.
Pleasure. Like I said, leave a little notice, and I'll be sure if you want some like tea and things like that, I'll be back in 2 days' time. So I'll be happy to replenish your stocks, as it were. She winks, kind of overtly at you as she's speaking.
Who's she winking at?
At Bernard.
It's
it's not like lasciviously or anything. It's just like it's almost like it's an affectation.
Okay.
Almost like you would do it when you were telling a joke, even though she hasn't told a joke.
Is it a bit like a tick?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Well, I say, all right, Karina. Well, thanks very much for your help, and we'll see you around, I guess.
My pleasure, dearie. You have a lovely stay, and a fantastic day. She winks over exaggeratedly again.
You too.
Puffing away at a cigarette.
Dude, your old lady voice was so good. You made me put on my work phone voice.
Awesome.
In old lady.
It wasn't as good as my one that the Discord wouldn't actually allow me to do because it was too brilliant. It's just too good for Discord.
Too good for Discord. It's
sort your
not
shit out, Discord. Old lady voices for everyone.
Though I suppose if you don't have much background noise on, you could probably turn off the noise cancelling and.
I'd rather not, just in case.
Fair enough. So I feel like we just learnt some interesting things there.
I'd like to search the chalet just to see if it was Daniel or David. Maybe
I have 2 concerns.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I didn't want her to see me because she works here and I don't trust her, and neither of the 2 owners have seen me yet, and I think that will give me an advantage hopefully this evening. My second concern is I fear we may have already met up with Daniel, or at least part of him.
Oh, maybe it was his hand.
Why would any random camper have specifically this ring, given his line of work? I think it's probably his.
Yeah, I would probably agree with that. I mean,
timeline-wise and everything.
In which case, he may well have known he was at risk and hidden something in the event that perhaps he thought somebody from Saudi would come looking for him.
Yes.
That's why I think searching the chalet from top to bottom.
Yeah, I think we want to do a real thorough search of the chalet.
Mm-hmm.
Sure thing. You can certainly do that.
Okay. Spot hidden? Wolves.
I would like spot hiddens from all of you, please.
That's a 26. Oh, my spotted in is 34 actually, so that's alright.
Okay, so Carl, was that yours, the 67?
Yes.
Alright, no worries. So, I think we are going to...
I'm saving all of my good rolls for any tentacle grabs I might sustain.
Okay, that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
Experience has taught him that you don't want to get tentacle
Any
grabbed.
sexy froghead women that try to seduce me with their glamours.
Sexy frog. She's just a sexy frog. She's got a...
I too don't know anything about frogs.
She's got a dick like a log.
Hey!
Has anybody looked in the Camp Fantastic channel?
What have you put in the Camp Fantastic channel?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh, I don't like that.
Oh god.
I won't stop seeing it, no matter how hard I try while I
She
try to sleep.
literally just put ham face into Google or something.
That's exactly what I did. Actually, I think I put ham on face.
A ham on face.
Yes. So we've searched the chalet. Have we found anything, Keeper?
You are currently searching the chalet. Just bear with me 1 second. There is a thing that you will have found. I just need to find where I put it. Okay, so you do in fact find a slip of paper tucked into the space between the bookshelf and the wall. It looks like it's been carefully folded and placed there. And you sort of extract it and open it, and it appears to be a map of the camp. Someone has drawn. I'm going to draw it on here so that you can see it. They've drawn a square over here and then written into it just bear with me, just getting the text up. Can you all see?
I can just see a blue square.
Yeah.
So they've basically written the word swimming pool with a question mark. Now you noticed. Can you see that that's actually on there now, or is it kind of done some weird thing where it's like?
It's there.
Yeah, good. Because mine for some reason has gone pale. I'm not entirely sure what I've done. I've done something to roll 20 and I don't know what it is.
Yes.
Okay, so so basically what you seem to remember is actually this side of the area is very heavily trees. So there are basically trees all along this area. So this is all trees. I'm just doing it like this because I'm lazy. So you do happen to remember, however, that there was... What are you drawing?
Severed hand.
Oh, okay, it's severed hand. So this area is all trees here, but you do happen to remember there being like a gap, like maybe a path or something like that, past the entertainment building.
Interesting. Is there anything else on the map?
Nope.
Anything written on the back?
You turn it over and there is nothing written on the back.
Ooh.
I wonder where the rest of Daniel is, if that is indeed Daniel.
I genuinely don't know what I've done
we-
to this, though, that's meant that everything's gone pale for me. That's very strange. I just
So
clicked.
can we cast our mind back to... So if we believe that the man that was kissing the woman was Daniel, in that image we saw, what was the description of the woman he gave? Is that something you can repeat to us?
Yes.
All you could see, because they were concealed from view, was a vague outline of a redhead.
A redhead.
Yep.
Okay. So not the beautiful Janice, then.
Not the beautiful
Our
Janice.
golden-haired seductress.
Your golden-haired seductress.
Okay. Interesting. Is it worth taking a walk over now to the sports area and trying to scout out the swimming pool?
Sure, if you want to.
Yeah, should we do that?
Yeah, let's do that.
We've got time before the mechanic arrives, so...
Okay. There is a... as you kind of walk down, you reach the playground area about here, and you see a man kind of standing in the playground with his back to you. He is kind of looking intently at the floor. Seems to be an older man. Do you want to give me spot hiddens?
Sorry, ooh.
Okay, so Carl and Bernard, you both noticed that he seems to be quite dishevelled and dirty.
Oh no, I've fallen out of Roll20. It's annoying having this side click there.
What side
Just-
click?
I've got like a forward and backward buttons on the side of my mouse.
Oh, right. Yeah, I have those too, but mine are very, hard to press by accident, because it's a gaming mouse.
Fancy. I'm going to approach the man and say, "Ho there, stranger."
He turns around and says, "Oh, hello. Have you seen my wife, Doreen?"
Doreen. No. Well, maybe.
I must
Can you
find
describe-
Doreen. Well, she's about my age, maybe 5'5" in height, with grey hair and a bun. And I haven't seen her in quite some time. I'm quite concerned. Could you help me? Have you seen Doreen? Have any of your friends seen Doreen?
How long ago was the last time you saw her?
Oh, I don't know. It's been a couple of days. Do you all want to give me another spot hidden?
Sure. That's a 9.
Alright, 9 is pretty good. Carl, you notice nothing. Nigel, you notice nothing. Bernard, you notice that he is kind of wringing his hands. And I would suggest maybe you make a psychoanalysis roll or something along those lines now.
Yes, I would like to do that. I will do a psychology roll because I have more in that, but not much. And that's the worst!
Okay, that is just about as bad as it can possibly get. You psychoanalyze him as being the reincarnation of Jesus.
Guys, I think this guy's could be Jesus. Wait, what? Okay. Could I...
It's good that you're rolling really badly on rolls that don't really matter, isn't it?
I was going to say to him, so are you and Doreen, are you camping at... are you staying at the Camp Fantastic as well?
Oh yes, we're in cabin 12, but I haven't seen her in quite some time, and I'm very worried.
Yeah.
Well, where did you last see her?
He kind of visibly shudders and says, "Oh, the beach, I think."
You think?
If it's been 2 days, have you contacted the police?
Yes, it was definitely the beach. It was definitely the beach where I saw her last.
Was this in the daytime, in the evening?
Well, I'm very sorry. I'm going to have to go because I have to go and find my wife. Will you be at the karaoke later?
Yes, definitely.
Then perhaps I shall see you there once I've found Doreen.
And what was your name, sir?
Oh, my name is Derek.
Derek is already a character.
Was he?
He's in the cell. He's in D cell. Or is that
No, it wasn't.
deliberate?
That was David, Daniel, Diana, and
Derek. And Derek.
Derek.
Was it Derek?
Yes,
And
it
that
was.
Derek.
It's not that uncommon a name.
Yeah, it's a common name, so who gives a shit?
Maybe he is Derek and he's been like aged.
Well, no, because you're looking for Daniel, not Derek. Derek, as far as you're aware, is dead.
Okay, Derek. Well, my name is Wayne. I will hopefully see you tonight at the entertainment center with your wife in tow.
He kind of appears to be staring at a point maybe 3 feet behind you, and he says, "Okay, well, thank you very much for your help," and kind of walks off, still wringing his hands.
Can I, like, sneakily follow him?
Sure, he's heading off in the direction of the cabins.
Okay, I'm gonna, like, kind of casually tail behind him. Sneak style.
Okay, so give me a
Stealthy
check.
stealth.
Stealth check.
Ben is pretty stealthy, but not that stealthy, I don't think.
Okay, yeah. So you crunch onto some gravel or something along those lines, and he turns around and sees you and he says, "Oh, hello. Are you coming to help me find Doreen?"
No, I'm just grabbing something from my cabin.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I'll see you later then. I must find her, you know. I must find her. He goes off in the direction of cabin 12, which would be this one here.
That one. Okay. I'm gonna just, I guess, watch him, like, as he goes in. Just, like, see if I notice anything weird about him.
No, he goes to the door, opens it, and goes in, proceeding to shut the door behind him.
Okay, I'm gonna head back over to the swimming pool.
You guys, the other two are at the playground. So.
Oh, they're at the playground, not the swimming pool. Where am I going? I'll go to the playground then.
Okay, so you meet back up with them.
Well, I'm currently on the swing.
Of course you are. Alright, so what's the plan then, guys? What do you want to do next? You've got about an hour and a half before the mechanic arrives.
I want to investigate the swimming pool.
Yeah.
Alright, so you head past the entertainment building with the sports stuff on your left. The couple who were playing tennis are no longer there. Which is not really surprising given it's been well over an hour since you last saw them. And through the trees you do indeed find a low building with a fairly broad door and several windows. The windows are kind of smeared up with grime to the point where you can't really see through them, and the door is padlocked. There is a sign affixed to the door that reads "No entry."
Interesting.
This padlock seems much newer and in better state of repair than the one that Nigel and Bernard saw at the boathouse.
I'd like to just walk around the perimeter of the building and see if there's any other points of entry.
There are not. There is but the one door.
So we're going to need to find a key.
Quite possibly.
I'd like to use my rudimentary lockpicking skill to try and unlock the door.
Go for it.
The padlock, even.
Give me a roll. What's your lockpicking skill now?
I think it's 5. I'm just going to check. It is 6.
Unfortunately, you fail to pick the door open.
Maybe I should have greased it with ham grease first.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyone else want to do anything? Are you here?
Have we sort of walked the perimeter, see if there's a back door or
Yes.
an open side window, nothing like that?
There isn't anything like that, unfortunately.
What about the roof? Is it like one of those flat kind of like tarpaulin roofs, or is it like tiled at like an angle?
It's a tiled, angled roof.
Okay.
I mean, it's not a particularly tall building. It's a single story, but yeah, it's a tiled roof.
Okay, so there probably isn't going to be any way in from the roof.
Probably not.
I'm not exactly the nimble roof climbing type. Bernard, though, has an agility skill of 9.
Well, it's not a window, so in all theory, in all fairness, unlikely to fall out of it, I guess.
Yes.
Well, I do hate falling out of windows, so yeah, I guess I could attempt to scale it.
Okay, does someone want to give Bernard a boost?
Yes,
Yeah.
someone please give me a boost.
Yeah.
Alright, so give me a dexterity check, Bernard. You can add 5 for getting the boost.
Oh, I'm 2 off.
You scrabble around for purchase, but can't quite pull yourself up. You plop to the ground, landing awkwardly, but not painfully.
Anyone else want to give it another go, or?
Nigel's ex-forces. Scaling buildings is part of his remit, I believe.
Wasn't really my area of expertise. It was mostly border work, actually, but
Go on, Nige. Give it a go.
okay, I'm game. Why not?
Alright,
What
so-
exactly? Why not?
Give me a dexterity check.
Humble librarian by night.
As I'm trying to scale this wall, I just want to mutter like I was planning to see if I could find a key while I was in the office later.
and you, that's
Yeah, Nigel climbs onto the roof successfully and kind of scrabbles around on top. And yep, there does not appear to be anything in the
Swimming pools always have skylights, though.
yeah, there is a skylight. It is equally grimy and equally closed.
Yeah.
I'm going to shout up. Is there a skylight, Nigel?
There is a skylight, I believe, for like condensation purposes, but it's closed. It's sealed.
It's. I'm not sure why I'm asking. I'm just going to say, is the grime on the outside or the inside? Like, could he, like... You know, if I was to, like, throw him up a rag. A handy rag.
No, the grime is on both. It's on both the outside and the inside.
I would refuse your rag.
You could probably like squint to try and see through, but you're probably not going to see much.
I don't feel the need to be honest. I'm going to come back down and I'm going to say if we're that intent on looking in here, I'd rather try and find a key.
What about if we, like, get a dead bird and then just smash the skylight and then just leave a dead bird, like, underneath, and then if anybody comes up, like, oh, that was a dead bird, just let it fall in.
1, where are you going to find a dead bird? 2, what the fuck?
I don't know.
What happened to Carl? What happened to him?
It's the sanity checks. He's lost it.
Yeah, he's
So before all this, before we left our house on the first day, he was fine.
he was totally.
He wasn't into bum rags and facial ham.
And crowbars with tennis balls on the end.
Yeah.
And dead bird trickery.
Well, like, you know, that's how he keeps sane. That's why he actually has quite a high max sanity.
Well, I think on that note, this is probably a good place to stop because we're going to have to stop in like 5 minutes or so anyway.
Yeah.
We all good with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm just going to say out loud to the other two, before we stop, I'm just going to say, this building is the single most secure thing on this entire site. So I think it's probably very important that we either definitely go inside or definitely do not.
It wasn't noted
one
on.
of the two.
Sorry, Bernard.
It's got to be one of the two, right?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely have to get in here, or we definitely do not want to get.
We either need to get in at some point, or we need to give it a wide berth. And I think I lean towards the former.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
cool.
Yeah.
So we will leave it there. Nobody made any good rolls tonight, and made it so they can upgrade any of their skills. If it
But we
worked
didn't
in
die
reverse,
either.
If it worked in reverse, I think Bernard would be losing like points from 3 skills, but it doesn't. So that's fine.
It doesn't, because Bernard would be like getting dumb as rocks out here, like hitting himself in the head, like what?
But yeah, so good session, guys. Even though there was no, carnage or crazy, scary stuff going on, that was pretty good fun, I think.
Well, this feels quite slow burny compared to the other sessions. I feel like we're
the last adventure you guys went on was certainly very breakneck, wasn't it? And then the one before that, it was a bit of slow burn at the beginning, but it got quite intense as soon as the werewolf jumped through the window.
Yeah, I think I think like 3 of our sessions took place in like 2 hours of game time or something like that. We packed a lot of stuff in.
Oh yeah.
I'm surprised nobody's died yet.
I am too, but I mean, to be fair, you came very close. And you were all really rolling hot for a lot of the adventure with the werewolves.
We do seem to be able to pull the rolls out where they matter for us to not die, so that's good.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm glad that we're getting all the crap rolls out of the way and trying to climb buildings and stuff. Or open empty old rotten sheds.
Just be thankful it wasn't like a 3-story building and you failed that roll like 3 stories up.
Yeah.
Or, trying to psychoanalyze random crazy people in a playground. That's fine, Bernard's just convinced that the guy is either Jesus or Elvis. Could be one, could be the other.
But he's not working in a chip shop, so he can't be Elvis.
Yes.
I'm wondering if he's like lost the plot and his wife was gone a long time ago.
Well, he sounds kind of Alzheimer's-y to me, but also when he was like the beach and he like shuddered, did he see something so horrific that it broke him? Is he, our future?
He failed too many sanity checks.
Exactly. He's like seen his head get like eaten by something or something, and he's just like now he's like all fixated. I've got to find my wife, but she dead.
Totally possible.
That's what I was thinking.
Maybe she went the way of the hand owner.
Well, there's definitely something going on with like people, missing their limbs and stuff. Like that doesn't happen regular style, does it?
True enough.
No.
And on that note,
get into that house as well, don't we?
And on that note,
we do want to get into that house.
I will bid our non-existent audience good night.
Yes.
As has previously mentioned, the Eldritch Adventures of the Wystery Wachine will be going up on YouTube at some point soon. Currently I am in the process of a move and therefore have not found the time, but the first session should be going up fairly soon.
Yay.
We will catch you all very soon. and we hope that you have a good night and a good fright. Say goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Of all the people that don't exist, you're my favourite.
All right. And on that note, goodbye.